In just 3 short years, DaBaby went from rap's hottest newcomer to rap's biggest flop. How did one of the fastest growing hip-hop stars suddenly fail so badly? In 2019, DaBaby looked like he was going to be the next big rap star. The rapper from North Carolina came onto the music scene with a cool style, catchy songs, and a bunch of hits. His first album, Baby on Baby, was a huge success with the hit song, Suge. He even got featured on the famous XXL Freshman cover and collaborated with rappers like Lil Mosey and Megan Thee Stallion. DaBaby couldn't do anything wrong, releasing lots of hit songs and having a #1 album in 2019. DaBaby's success continued in 2020, especially because of the big hit, Rockstar, with Roddy Ricch. He seemed unstoppable on the music charts. But everything changed in July 2021. While performing at the Rolling Loud Festival, DaBaby made a speech that offended a lot of people, especially the LGBTQ+ community. In just a few days, he lost the chance to perform at major festivals and lost sponsorship deals. Then in 2022, he was involved in a violent incident at a bowling alley, making his reputation even worse. Now his concerts are having a hard time selling tickets, and his new album didn't do well commercially. So how did DaBaby go from being a music chart topper to losing over $200 million and being disliked so quickly? Let's look at how one of rap's most controversial stars had a remarkable rise and an even bigger fall. Jonathan Lindell Kirk, who later became the rapper DaBaby, was born on December 22, 1991 in Cleveland, Ohio. When he was just 6 years old, his family moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. This change had a big impact on DaBaby's childhood and his future music career. As a young kid, DaBaby had a fun and easygoing life. He played football and basketball with friends, got into occasional trouble at school, and stayed up late watching his favorite rappers' music videos. He loved hip-hop from a young age. After finishing high school in 2010, DaBaby went to the University of North Carolina at Greensboro for 2 years, but he realized college wasn't right for him. He dropped out, which kind of disappointed his family, but he told them he's going to follow his true passion, music. He started working hard to become a famous rapper. His family had no clue that in just 10 years, Jonathan would become DaBaby, a big music star. But first, he had to work underground and build his career. In 2014, DaBaby decided to take his rap dreams seriously. He called himself Baby Jesus on stage and started making mixtapes to share his music in Charlotte. His many songs and his confident style got attention from the hip-hop scene in North Carolina.
I mean, my name is not about giving myself praise or making myself higher than anybody. It's more so about my purpose being bigger than me. Me feeling like, I was put here to do way more, for the world than to do for myself, so.
In 2017, a music executive named Arnold Taylor saw his potential and signed him to his label, South Coast Music Group. Taylor introduced DaBaby to important people in the music industry and helped him learn more about it. With Taylor's guidance, DaBaby kept growing as an artist, and more people in the region liked his music. In 2018, DaBaby made a deal with Roc Nation to distribute his mixtape, Blank Blank, which was a big deal. Now he was noticed by some of the most famous people in hip-hop. After a competition between big record labels, DaBaby chose to sign a multi-million-dollar deal with Interscope Records in 2018. This was the result of many years of hard work. All of DaBaby's hard work paid off in 2019 as he became a big success in the music world. His first album, Baby on Baby, came out in March 2019 and quickly made him a big deal in hip-hop. The album's most popular song, Suge, went up on the charts and reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. He became even more famous when he was picked to be on the cover of XXL's Freshman Class, which was a big deal in hip-hop. DaBaby's fun style, fashion, and ability to get famous online made him a regular feature on rap's websites and playlists. He also worked with famous artists like Lil Baby and Offset in 2019, which got him more fans. By September, he released his second album of 2019, Kirk, and it also went straight to number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart. In a very short time, he went from being a local, unknown rapper to being one of the most popular rappers in the scene. However, problems were always around DaBaby. Before he became a music star, in 2018, he was involved in a deadly shooting at a Walmart in North Carolina, where a 19-year-old person died. The shooting was later ruled self-defense in 2019, but it wasn't a good way to start his public image. As he got famous, he got into more trouble. In early 2020, he got arrested for hurting someone and stealing from them after a fight with a music promoter in Miami. Then in March 2020, a video came out showing him slapping a female fan for no reason as he walked to the stage for a concert. These aggressive actions started to harm DaBaby's reputation just when his career was taking off. But his music was so good that it covered up the problems, at least for a while. Surprisingly, all of these problems didn't slow down DaBaby's success in 2020 and early 2021. His album, Blame It On Baby, went straight to #1 in April 2020 thanks to the popular song Rockstar with Roddy Ricch. Rockstar was #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks, and it was DaBaby's first song to top the charts. It even got nominated for a Grammy. Even though his reputation was getting worse, DaBaby's music was still getting more popular, and he was one of the hottest rappers around. He seemed unstoppable, making hit after hit that people loved, but more and more people were starting to dislike him. In 2021 and 2022, DaBaby's troublesome actions became more important than his music success. During the summer of 2020, he got criticism for supporting Kanye West's run for president, which many people thought was strange and could take votes away from Joe Biden. He also upset fans when he hinted at working with Tory Lanez, who was accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. But the biggest problem happened in July 2021 at the Rolling Loud Festival. While performing, DaBaby made hurtful comments about gay men and people with HIV and AIDS, which made a lot of people angry on social media and in the news.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air. Let's be real about this shit.
Big companies and groups quickly distanced themselves from him, which resulted in him losing over $200 million. In just a few days, he was removed from major festivals like Lollapalooza, Governor's Ball, Day in Vegas, Music Midtown, and Austin City Limits. His song Levitating with Dua Lipa had his part taken out for the radio version. But DaBaby didn't say sorry much and just made a short video on social media saying he didn't mean to hurt anyone. He also released a freestyle talking about being cancelled. This made things worse because he didn't seem to understand or take responsibility for his actions. His reputation was badly damaged after causing years of controversy. More bad incidents kept him in the news for the wrong reasons. In February 2022, there was a video of him fighting with his ex-girlfriend Danny Lay's brother at a bowling alley. Then in April 2022, someone got shot outside DaBaby's house in North Carolina, but the injuries weren't life-threatening. DaBaby wasn't charged, but reports said it happened after an argument he was involved in. Between the hurtful rant, the fights, and the shooting, DaBaby's reputation was ruined. Sponsors didn't want to work with him. Other artists distanced themselves from him. Most importantly, his words and actions pushed fans away, including those in the LGBTQ community. No music company or brand wanted to work with someone who kept causing trouble and hurt feelings. In just 1 year, DaBaby went from being at the top of the Billboard charts to being rejected by many. All his past controversial behavior finally caught up to him, and it wasn't just about the music anymore. Now the public, the media, and the music industry were all against him. His downfall was clear. Today, DaBaby has gone from being a famous rapper to someone people don't want to support. When he tries to organize concerts now, it's hard to sell enough tickets, let alone fill the place. He's even resorted to offering deals like buy one ticket, get one free, just to get people to come. It's a big change from the time when his shows were packed with fans and he was performing at big festivals. His latest album, Baby on Baby 2, didn't do well when it came out in September of 2022. It entered the Billboard 200 chart at 34, which is a huge drop in interest and sales compared to his earlier albums just 2 years ago. The music industry and rap fans had moved on from DaBaby because they didn't want to support someone with hurtful views that upset a lot of people. Even a song trying to insult Megan Thee Stallion didn't bring back any interest. All the popularity and support DaBaby had built up from hits like Rockstar and Bop has now disappeared. Years of violent incidents, mean comments about certain groups, and acting like he's better than everyone else has ruined everything he worked for. Very few artists have fallen so quickly from fame to being disliked. But when you're famous, you have a big responsibility, and DaBaby didn't meet that responsibility. Some people think that going from being a rap star to being rejected was bound to happen to someone who acted so carelessly. When one problem after another keeps happening, the music can only cover it up for so long. And DaBaby is a prime example of this. Let me know your thoughts on DaBaby and his downfall. Was it fair? Can he recover? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and click the notification bell to not miss out on any future uploads. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.